All right, good morning to all sixth grade scholars. Top of the morning to you guys. I know it's really early, 9:25, and we're getting ready for character and fitness for today. As always, I have to apologize for you guys for having to work you out this early in the morning, but I do try to make the exercises as quick as I possibly can get them to go, and I also try to make sure that this size and you guys not spending too much extra energy doing extra things. All right. So welcome to character and fitness. We are going to get started today. We have a little different routine today than our normal pre-recorded videos, but for the most part, the videos are the same. All right. So like always, we're going to start with music. Then we're gonna get into those daily routine exercise. The difference today is we're gonna get into a new element of class called Know Your Body. All right. Each week, Coach P is gonna introduce a new body part. All right. We're gonna learn about that body part, its functions, and why is it important to our body. We'll get into that as it when it arrives. We'll talk more about it then. And then to end the class, we'll get into that character element of class, a new character trait this week, and we will learn all about that character trait towards the end of the class. But we have come upon the time of class when we will be taking that 2 minute music break. No need to pause this video, open a new tab or pull up your phone, whatever you need to do to listen to some music for 2 minutes. Let's get in the mood for character and fitness. All right, Coach P is going to give you 2 minutes to listen to music, and I'm going to put that time card. I'll see you back here in 2 minutes. All right, sixth grade scholars of UIC and GT, that 6 minute, 2 minute music break is over with, and it's time for our daily routine exercises. Let's rise to our feet. As you guys rise to your feet, don't forget to get that big stretch in. All right, it is 9:25 in the morning, and I understand it is extremely early, so we got to make sure we are all stretched out and ready to go. All right, we don't want our body to cramp up. We don't want to pull a muscle. It's so early in the morning, and you got to, as you see, Coach P is making sure he stretches because he's not in his normal all right, athletic apparel. So I'm in some jeans today and a pretty athletic t-shirt, but not my normal athletic apparel. So I want to make sure I super stretch so that I'm waking my body up because it's not in comfortable clothes this morning. All right. As always, we're gonna get started with some jumping jacks. All right. We get that first set of jumping jacks in, get that adrenaline going, and then hopefully the rest of our daily routine exercises will roll. All right. So our first exercise for today is jumping jacks. Coach P is gonna say go, and each sixth grade scholar is gonna do 10 jumping jacks. Ready, go. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, sixth grade. Good job knocking out our first exercise. We got up and rolling. That body is starting to wake up here at 9:25 in the morning. Always proud of you guys. Also want to give a disclaimer before we go forward. As you can see, again, I'm in the school setting. All right, I'm in my classroom, in me and Ms. Z's classroom. All right, so Ignore the sound that you might hear coming from the heater, or if we're interrupted slightly by somebody coming into the classroom, please let's fight through any distractions. All right, I'm not in my normal setting of being at home, so I have a couple more distractions than I usually have. So if somebody comes in or if you're hearing sounds, please ignore those sounds as we are continuing with our exercise for the day. All right, so we're going to get into our second set of jumper jacks. Coach P is going to say go, and each scholar is going to do 10 more jumper jacks. All right, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, great job, sixth grade scholars. We have completed our first of our 5 daily routine exercises, and we are continuing on to our second exercise of the day. That exercise, as you guys know, is a squat. All right, we're going to dive deep into some squats. All right, our first set is going to be to 10. Coach P is going to say go, and each scholar is going to complete 10 squats. All right, so let's get those arms out and ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, great job, sixth grade scholars. We are off and running. All right, we have knocked out that first set of squats. Coach P needs some energy from UIC and GT. All right, he absolutely hates squats. It's early in the morning for him as well. He has on jeans and he's trying to do squats. So send me some energy to get through the rest of these squats. All right, we have just one more set. So Coach P is going to say go. And each sixth grade scholar is going to complete their second set of squats. All right, let's get those arms out. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, good job, guys. We are rolling right along. All right, rolling right along as always. You guys are doing a great job. I know I can't see you physically, but I know the sixth grade scholars, regardless of the time it is, always do exactly what they're asked to do. So I'm always appreciative of that. Coach P is close to the camera because he's pulling up his timer now. We're about to get into some running exercise. As you guys know, that first running exercise is jogging in place. Coach P is setting his 10-second timer. And when I say go, each sixth grade scholar will jog in place for 10 seconds. All right, ready, go. All right, that is our first buzzer letting us know we have completed our first running in place activity. It is now time for our second running in place activity. The activity is running in place as fast as you possibly can. Let's make sure we're getting a big stretch again. All right, guys, like we know, it is 9:25 in the morning. Again, Coach P doesn't have on his regular athletic material, so he's making sure he's getting extra good stretch in. All right, before he dive into our running in place activity. We're running in place as fast as we can, working on that running form, making sure our arms are explosive, all right? And we're pumping those arms and legs as fast as we possibly can. All right, Coach P is setting his timer. When I say go, each sixth grade scholar will run in place as fast as they can for 10 seconds. All right, ready, go. All right, there is our second buzzer. That lets us know we have run in place as fast as we can for 10 seconds, and we're completely done with our third daily routine exercise, and we are moving on into some wind down exercises. All right, remember we wind down exercise because we want our body. Well, I just did a couple of, as you can see, I'm breathing a little hard. Our body has just did some intense workouts, running in place and the squats, and now it's time for some exercises that are good for the body, but they're not as intense. All right, that first exercise, as you know, is arm winds. Coach P is going to say go. You're going to do 5 forearm winds. Then I'm going to say backwards, and you're going to do 5 back arm winds. All right. We start this exercise with our arms completely out. All right. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sixth grade scholars, when you're doing these arm winds, make sure you're fully extended. You know how when you're swimming and you're stretching those arms all the way out, all right? You're stretching those arms all the way out. Make sure you're winding those arms all the way out so that you can feel it not only in your arms but in your shoulder area, all right? So on our second set of arm winds, making sure you're stroking those arms all the way forward as you're doing, it's like you were doing a breaststroke, but just keeping your arms straight out, all right? So we're going to get those arms out. Coach P is going to say go. And each scholar is going to do 5 forearm ones. And then I'll say backwards. You'll do 5 backward arm ones. All right, arms out. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Phenomenal job, 6th grade. We are moving right ahead. All right, we have reached the time where it's now time for our last daily routine exercise of the day. That exercise, as you know, is an upper body one. All right, very self-explanatory exercise. We've been doing it for about 9 weeks now. Start with our hands on the hip, go into that rotation circular motion over and over again until we reach 10. All right, so that's our 5th and final exercise of the day. Let's get those hands on our hip and knock out the first set. All right, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, great job, 6th grade. We have just knocked out our first set of upper body winds. We have just one more set of exercise, and we are completely done with exercises for today. We can sit back in our comfortable chairs, all right, do some work that is assigned by our teachers, and end school with no more exercise. I know that excited you guys because, like I said, it's so early in the morning. At least you're getting your exercise out the way now, and you don't have to worry about it later, all right? So we're going to get into that last set. All right, our last set of exercise for today. We have 10 upper body winds left. Coach P is going to say go, and we're going to knock out those 10 upper body winds and move on to the rest of class that I have set for you guys today. All right, so let's get those hands on our hip and ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's come back to our 6th grade scholars. You guys did a great job. I know I can't see you, but I don't have to worry about that because I know you guys did a great job. You always do a great job in live class, so I know you're doing a great job in pre-recorded class. We are going to move on to the written part of class. All right, we've already exercised. It is now time to do some writing. All right, Coach P is going to assign a few assignments to you, and we're going to knock that out in Google Classroom. All right, when you go to Google Classroom, you'll see both of these assignments. You'll get about 15 minutes to do it. And don't worry about it. It'll be more than enough time. All right, very quick assignments. I know I'm saying 2 assignments, but they're very quick. And trust me, they'll be easy for you. All right. So this part of class is new. Coach P is introducing an element of class called Know Your Body. Every pre-recorded class, we will have a body part. Coach P will introduce to us. Every week it'll be a new body part. All right. Since this is a new series, I'm going to start off with the most important body part on our body, and that is our head. All right. Every 6th grade scholar knows where their head is at. I don't have to point to her, or you guys are not kidding us, so I don't have to focus in on it. All right. We know that our head is here. We're going to learn all about this thing. All right. We're going to learn about the basics of it today, and then we're going to go over to Google Classroom, where a skeleton head will be in the doc called Know in the tab called Know Your Body. You'll open that Google Doc and type in the functions of the head. I'm going to give you the functions of the head now. All right. So all you have to do is listen, and then go over to Google Classroom and write these same things into that Google Doc and turn it in. All right. So our head. Obviously, this is our head here. This is our information processing center. All right. This head right here is our information processing center. Some scholars might say, Coach P, why would you call it an information processing center? Because I call it that because everything we do throughout the day is processed through this head, right? Whether we see it, all right, I'm processing everything I see around me with my eyes. Whether we smell it, everything I smell around me, I'm processing with my nose. I'm talking to you, all right? Everything that I'm processing through in my head is coming out through my mouth, through my words, and everything I'm hearing is getting processed through these ears. Everything, all those 4 things is connected to our head. Because of that, our head is our information processing center. That's the first thing you should know and be ready to transfer over to that Google Doc. The second thing is it is maintained by the skull. What that means is we can't smash our head, right? It's not many people strong enough in the world to take a head and smash it, even if it's anybody at all, right? We can ball our hands up all day. We can flex our fingers around all day, but we can't do that to the head because it's maintained by the skull. The skull is a very strong bone structure inside of this layer of meat, and it's called the skull. When you go over to Google Classroom, you'll see exactly what a skull will look like, and you'll see exactly why it is so tough to break through, because of the strong bone structure of the skull. It maintains the head and allows the head not to be smushed into all type of ways. All right. Um, that skull also protects the most vital part of our bodies, which is our brains. All right, our brain processes everything that you do. You think if you kick your leg, that your leg told your leg to kick, but no, your brain sent a signal through your body that goes to your leg to tell it to kick. All right, so the brain is the most important thing on our body. Because of that, it is protected by our thick, very thick bone layered skull, and our skull also maintains our head and allows us to look as beautiful as we does. It's not being smushed or balled up or any of those type of things because it's maintained by the skull. All right, so you're gonna go over to Google Classroom. When I tell you, not just that, not just yet, you're gonna go over to Google Classroom, transfer all this information today that you just learned about the head. All right, we know that the head is our information processing center. We know that it is maintained by the skull, and we know that the skull protects the brain, and we know that the brain is the most important part of our body. All right, so those four things should be transferred over to Google Classroom. All right, so you're gonna get some time at the end of the day to do that, right along with our character trait. All right, the character trait is the same thing you've been doing for the last 9 weeks. All right, we're writing 2 to 3 sentences about the character trait. This week's character trait is respect. All right, respect is this week's character trait. All right, most scholars, all scholars on call knows exactly what respect is. All right, we talk about it most probably your parents talk about it every day. We've heard songs about this. It is something you give somebody when you acknowledging them that you have you understand their authority, or you understand that how superior they are, or you just have a mutual understanding of respect. All right. So to give you an example, Coach P, right about when I was 12 or 13, I was about to get in a fight with my little brother, but my older cousin was standing there. He was about 20 years old, one of my favorite cousins. My cousin would let us fight all the time. He didn't care, but I knew that he would get in trouble because of it. Like the older adults would get him in trouble because of it. So because of this, I didn't fight my brother. The reason because I had a respect for him, because I didn't want him to get in trouble by my mother. I didn't go after my brother. All right. So the respect I have for him allowed me not to go after my brother. And so I just sat there and let my feelings kind of soak together, and then I was good after a while. But because of my respect for him is why I didn't go after my brother, because I knew he was going to get in trouble. All right. So Coach P wants to hear about a similar time when this happened. It might not be the same thing. All right, but it can be some similar too. You might have respect for somebody you know, or you might not do certain things out of respect for your mother. Who knows? All right. But this certain thing I didn't do because I had respect for my cousin and I didn't want to get him in trouble. All right. So Coach P wants you to also go over to Google Classroom and complete 2 to 3 sentences. Tell me about a time when you show respect or for another individual. All right. So he wants to know why you show respect and how you show respect, as well as the incident. Obviously, my incident was about to fight my brother. I show respect by not fighting him, and why I showed the respect is because my cousin was standing there, and out of respect for him, I did not attack my brother. All right. So Coach P, to sum things all up, we are going over to Google Classroom. The first thing we're going to complete is the know your body element. All right, we're talking about the head. I want you to tell me the functions of the head and why is it important. All right, so those functions is the information processing center, which is maintained by the skull, and the skull protects the brain, which is the most important part of our bodies. All right, we should be having that on that Google Doc. Turn that in, and then take care of the character trait. The character trait is respect. So Coach P wants 2 to 3 sentences telling me an incident when you show respect for someone else. How did you show it, and why did you show it? All right, you guys have 15 minutes to complete those 2 assignments. Very easy assignments. It won't take you 15 minutes. Go over to Google Classroom, click on classwork. First, click on know your body. Complete that. Tell me about the head, which is the information processing center. That's maintained by the skull. The skull obviously is that thick layered bone structure underneath our face. All right. The skull also protects the brain, and the brain is the most important part of our body. All right. I want you to turn that in and then get to the character trait. Click on the exit slip, which will be the character trait. I want 2 to 3 sentences on telling me about a time when you show respect for someone. How did you show respect, and why did you show it? All right. That is it for character and fitness for today. Coach P is going to put up that 15-minute time card. Go over to Google Classroom now. When that 15 minutes is over, the time card will go down, and then you will hear my voice again, and you would know that character and fitness for today is over. All right. You don't have to pause this video. Just open up a new tab, go over to Google Classroom, and complete the Know Your Body part and the character trait for today. All right. I'll see you guys in 15 minutes. All right, sixth grade scholars, that is it for character and fitness for today. I hope you guys were able to complete that know your body part aspect of class, and I hope you guys can complete your extra slip for today's character trait. All right, I will see you guys on Wednesday for Georgia Tech and Thursday for UIC. Until then, you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday and Thursday. Bye.